So here we are at Grand Palace Hotel and we're here for Cruise 5. Our guest today is Reverend Dr. Levi Nyondo, General Secretary of CCAP Livingstonia Synod. Welcome, Dr. Nyondo.
Thank you very much.
But I understand your name is not Levi.
No, it's Njombole.
What?
Njombole.
Njombole?
Yes.
What happened to Njombole? Where did the name go? Everybody knows you as Levi
Yeah,
Nyondo.
you know, I failed twice in Standard 8. So there was a rumor that if you repeat using the same name, you will not be selected.
I remember those days.
So I changed it to
People
Lev.
literally changed everything. They'll change their
Yes.
first name, then they'll change their surname.
I changed
By the time they passed Standard 8, they were totally somebody else.
So that's how Lev came in. But the name I used, I was baptized with it, is Njombole.
Njombole.
Yes.
Which one do you prefer being called? Njombole or Levi?
When I'm at work, Levi, but when I go back home in Chitipa, they don't know this name.
They recognize you as Njombole.
Yes.
Does it mean anything though?
Yes, when you say I have Njombole at someone,
Yeah.
if you are arresting
Yeah.
in Karonga and Chitipa, you defeat your friend. You have
That's like Njomba in Chichewa.
That's right.
That's like Njomba.
Yes.
Yeah, like you were tricking someone
That's
and then
right, you have defeated someone.
Njombole.
Yes,
Njombole.
it's a Nyakyusa
Nyakyusa.
language.
So you're from Chitipa, I take it.
Yes, I'm from Chitipa, Ifumbo.
Ah, Ifumbo.
Yes.
Okay. And where exactly in Chitipa, where is that?
Ifumbo, when you go to Chitipa, you reach a place called Rufit.
Yes.
Then you go to the east, near
Ah.
Songwe River,
I see.
just 5 kilometers from the border.
Is that where you grew up?
From standard 1 up to 8, I grew up in Ifumbo.
My goodness. That place, you can literally walk into Tanzania.
5 kilometers.
Yes.
In fact, I knew Tanzania before I knew most of the towns in Malawi.
I can imagine.
Yes.
Because actually, that makes sense. It's a bit difficult for you to get into mainland Malawi than for you to just cross into Tanzania.
Even the buses to know that this is a bus. I knew those of Tanzania and Malawi.
So you must speak Swahili quite a lot.
I do speak, yes.
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 Tell us about your family. How many were born in your family?
We were 5.
Okay.
First born was John Nyondo, second Fares Nyondo, then I'm the third one.
Yes.
Fourth one is Stengene Nyondo, she's still alive.
Okay.
The last born is teaching at Camus Barracks in Lilongwe.
We have the one who is the commissioner of police for the Central Region.
John Nyondo is
Are
my
you related?
step brother.
That's
We
your
are related.
step-brother.
His grandfather and my grandfather, one mother, one father.
Ah, but not necessarily from
No,
Okay,
but
all
he's
right.
my younger brother.
I see.
But we went together at Chitipa Secondary School. I was
see.
ahead of him, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell me about growing up in Ifumbo, Chitipa.
Yes.
What was life like?
It was tough life.
I can imagine.
If you have ever been to my home,
Yes.
I had just had a funeral last week.
Yeah.
My biological mother passed away.
Oh my goodness. Was she still alive?
She was
She
89.
must have lived a full life.
She was 89.
Wow.
So we don't have even a bridge crossing the river to my home. We use what we call a monkey bridge.
The ones that they stick the
We
trees
use
together.
the bamboos.
Yes.
We-
Oh my goodness. It's so precarious to cross that
Up
bridge.
to now it is there.
Nobody would cross that bridge if they have never done that.
My
before.
primary school was at Ifumbo Primary School. I used to be there until I passed in 1977.
Yes.
When I went to Chitipa Day Secondary School.
So you used to cross that bridge
Every year
going
for
to
8
school.
years. In fact, not 8 years, because I failed it twice in Standard, so it was more than that.
What were your parents doing?
My father was just a peasant farmer.
Yes.
My mother too. So it was difficult. In fact, the one who played a big role to pay school fees for me
Yeah.
was my aunt.
Ah.
She used to sell beer,
Okay.
and I used the same money to pay fees.
Well, that's an interesting issue. I mean, the issue of your aunt selling beer to
Yes,
send you to
she's still
school.
alive. She's 82. But the money helped me.
You are the proceeds of money from selling beer.
Yes, I
Yeah.
don't refuse that.
You don't refuse that.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you had to go to school. Your
Yes.
aunt had to do something.
But sometimes in Standard 8, we had a tradition whereby after closing schools,
Yes.
we had to go to Karonga to pick cotton.
Yes.
So I used to go to Mulale,
Okay.
work in farms,
Yes.
get some money, use it for fees together with the fees from my aunt.
Ah, so you were fending for yourself in a way.
Yes, yes.
Well, I guess you didn't have many choices in those days.
You had to do that, otherwise you would not go to school.
And after primary school, where did you go to?
After primary school, I went to Chitipa Secondary School.
Okay.
At Chitipa Secondary School, I was active because I was a member of a union choir.
Okay.
Chairman of SCOM.
Wow.
So from there, I was there. I passed my JC, I passed my Form 4. And for the first time, I went to Lilongwe.
That's what I was going to say. You are growing up in Chitipa. You
Yes.
haven't stepped foot in any other district.
No.
The entire primary school, almost 10 years of primary
Even
school.
to go to Lilongwe
Then
was a surprise because I was invited to attend an interview at the Boyera Secondary School.
Okay.
Fortunately, those days, if it was like this time, maybe I would have not been picked.
Yes.
We were about 90. I was picked at that interview to go to OPC,
Wow.
General Duties Firing System. So I was at Capitol Hill.
Oh, really?
For the first time, I knew Lilongwe now.
Life must have been tough.
Yes.
The language barrier particularly.
Especially Chichewa, I couldn't understand anything. But still, I managed.
I can imagine.
So 1 year I was working in OPC.
That's our guest today in Cruise 5, Reverend Njombole, Dr. Njombole Levi Nyondo. We also like to ask our guests what kind of music they like, and you say you once sang in a choir. That's interesting.
I was singing in the union choir.
Okay.
In Chitipa.
Wow.
I don't know if you have ever seen union choir. They use the sticks.
Oh, the ones that use sticks and like they've got a certain particular African rhythm of singing.
Yes, yes.
You used to sing in that choir?
Yes. But since I came this side,
you have not been singing
at home, so
yeah.
I like other musics apart from that.
Okay.
Especially Kafita choir.
Yes.
Those children,
they're amazing.
I like them. They're amazing.
Simply amazing. Let's find something from Kafita CCAP Nursery Choir. Lovely, lovely music.
On me
Dr. Nyondo, what's your PhD in?
Church leadership.
Church leadership.
Yes.
So all your studies have been related to your ministry, essentially.
Yes, my first degree was in Lusaka, Justo Mwale Theological College,
Okay.
where I took my first degree in church history. My second degree was in Aberdeen University, Scotland.
In Scotland.
I also majored in practical theology,
Okay.
but church leadership side.
Okay.
So PhD, I did 3 years. I was with Muzuni University.
Okay.
But later on I transferred to Jerusalem University in India.
Okay.
Where I majored in church leadership.
Wow.
But 3/4 of materials were from Muzuni University. So I just swifted to, I liked the syllabus of how they were treating the syllabus of church leadership globally.
Yes.
So I joined the Jerusalem University in India, where I graduated.
How far back is that, when you graduated as a...
This is now 4 years ago.
4 years.
Yes.
Good. Now, tell us about your, because you said you once worked at Capitol Hill.
Yes.
And now we know you as a pastor.
What happened is this. Before I went to Capitol Hill,
Yes.
I applied to go to theological college. But in those days, you couldn't go to theological college unless you have worked somewhere 5 years.
Really?
Or you have gone to teachers training college.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't
Not
know that.
right from
People come right
secondary school.
and then they go and then they
No,
do
those
theology.
changed when we had multi-party, then people were able to argue to say
No,
people have the right to.
Right and whatnot.
But otherwise not during our time. So what I did was to go to theological, to TTs first.
Okay.
I resigned at OPC.
Okay.
And went to teachers training college in Lilongwe.
Ah, so you trained as a teacher?
Yes, at NACO, T2.
Yes.
And I was posted at Kasupe, Matching.
Wow. A boy a man now, from Chitipa.
That time I was not married.
So you were still a boy, a young man.
But fortunately, I submitted my application to the secretary of SCOM there.
Yes.
She comes from Rumpi. So when I was going to Machinga, I had already submitted my application to someone.
And you were patiently waiting.
Waiting. So
for the interview.
I was sent to Machinga. After 1 year, I wedded at Marosa.
Ah.
Under the Branta Synod.
Tell me about the SCOM chairperson from Rumpi. Where exactly did you meet so that you should submit your application?
She too was the secretary of SCOM. What happened? Even at TTC,
yes,
I was selected as chairman of SCOM.
Wow. You have always been in these things, I guess.
So here was someone who was a librarian and secretary.
Okay.
Then I submitted to her.
The proximity pushed you to...
She comes from Rumpi. She's Ruth Kumwenda.
Okay.
And we were in the same class, T2.
All right.
Of course, when performance, she was better than me. if I speak as a Christian.
Well, I can understand. You were too busy observing other things than to observe the classes.
So from there, in Machinga is where now I reminded my synod to say, I've taught for these years, I have now what we used to call authority to teach and license to teach. So I submitted the documents to Branta Synod. They reminded the synod here. Then I was sent to Zomba Theological College.
Out of interest, what subject were you teaching?
English, one.
That was in primary school?
In primary school.
Okay.
Mathematics.
Okay.
And the Chichewa.
You were teaching Chichewa?
Yes. But a lot of memorization. We were using one book we also call Maconcord. Maconcord, I don't know whether you know them.
Yes, I know Maconcord.
We had a book which you were if you are going to teach Chichewa tomorrow,
yes,
the whole night you are memorizing.
Because, I mean, for you, you were also learning the language as it turns out.
Yes.
You were learning the language.
In fact,
and teaching it
at
the
JC I failed Chichewa. At MCE I failed Chichewa. But because at Machinga we didn't have many T2 teachers.
Okay.
So they took advantage of me bringing a T2 certificate. They thought I knew everything, but I didn't.
This one is the one who can teach Chichewa now.
Yes.
We have a T2 teacher.
But my wife had a credit on Chichewa. she was somewhat better than me.
Ah, great, great.
Yes.
I mean, even geographically, Rumpi is a bit closer to...
Yes,
Yeah,
so but with us, we have
Chitipa.
Ngonde between Swahili, so many languages in Chitipa. So to know Chichewa was...
I mean, out of interest, what's your native language? Because I understand that it's Lambia.
But I speak more than 14.
Yes. There's so many languages that side. Nyakyusa, Lambia,
when we were there, we can know that this one is speaking Little Lambia, this one is speaking Nyiha, this one is speaking Swahili.
Oh my goodness.
So we know each other.
Oh my goodness.
So this is how I went to Zomba Theological College.
Fantastic. Before we know more about what happened at Zomba Theological College, let's go into our next song. What is it going to be?
If I can have someone from CAP, that is Great Angels.
Yes.
I like them.
Great Angels Choir.
Yes.
Have you watched them perform live?
So many.
My goodness. That's
and you know, CCP Synod of Sonia now is in partnership with CAP.
Ah.
Yeah, we had a big function where we joined together to say, let's forget our past, because that church came from CCP Synod of Sonia.
How did it now?
Yes, so we said, let's come back. So I like them. I like the choir, yes.
Well, I hope you're going to like it too. Let's watch something from the Great Angels Choir. Studying at the Zomba Theological College, what was it like?
It was good, difficult, but I managed to graduate. We used to call licentiate certificate. License, then licentiate.
Licentiate certificate.
That's right.
Yes.
It means you have now been licensed to go and preach. You have now authority authorized by the synod to go and preach.
I see.
Or you have now become a minister of word and sacrament.
I see.
Yes, right.
So where have you ministered before? Which churches have you been
My
to?
first church was Bandawe, Old Bandawe. I stayed 5 years.
Okay.
I went to Maviri near Laudan. I stayed 4 years. But the synod, that time we were not applying. You were just picked following your performance.
Yes.
So the synod picked me and sent me to Zambia for my first degree.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So you didn't have to apply?
No.
They assessed your performance?
This system of applying has just become nowadays. By that time, it was the responsibility of the synod to see who is performing that we can send him somewhere.
Yeah.
So I was picked to go to Zambia.
Okay.
In Zambia, I did my first degree.
Yes.
Came back, I was posted to Eutin. In Eutin, I stayed 9 years. But while in Eutin, this synod again sent me to UK for what we used to call faith share program or exchange program. So I went to UK. I had my own parish. I had my own church, my own mass. I went with my family.
Oh, really?
For 1 year in a parish.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Where was this?
I don't know whether you are familiar in Scotland. We call it Pitrocley. Pitrocley is near Perth or Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. I've been to
when
Edinburgh.
When you travel from Edinburgh, you go to Perth.
Yes.
You go to Pitrocley.
Okay, I see.
So I was there in my own congregation.
Wow. Ministering as a minister of
yes,
that
with my own church. So when I came back there, I was sent again to Eutin. Now, it was while I was in Eutin that the synod again sent me to Aberdeen to take my master's degree.
I see, I see.
I went, I stayed there 1 year. Now, this is interesting. While I was in Aberdeen,
yes,
before I graduated, there was a synod in Laudan, 2004.
Yes.
This is where I heard that you have been elected in absentia as synod moderator.
Really?
Yes.
You were elected in absentia?
In absentia.
You never went there?
And that is the only election which I valued very much because I was not there.
Yeah, I mean that's really humbling.
So it was late Reverend Ted Mwambira who phoned me to say, congratulations.
You are now the synod moderator.
Yes. So
come back home.
So when you come, you are not going back to Eutin. Now you have been given Muzu's congregation.
Wow.
So this is how I moved from Eutin to Muzu's congregation as now CCP Synod of Sonia moderator.
And you served as moderator for
4 years.
For 4 years.
Yes.
And then you became the general secretary.
2008.
Yes.
We were at the Livingstonia Synod meeting, where I was now elected as general secretary, replacing Reverend Howard Matia Nkoma. Of course, we had to compete.
Yes.
Not just
exactly. which is what takes me to my next question, because talking about competition,
yes,
the competition that caused shockwaves in the country was that of 2016.
Yes.
When you were competing with Reverend Dr. Timothy Nyasulu
and Devaroy.
My goodness, that was a showdown.
We were 5.
That was a showdown.
We were 5, yes.
That was a showdown.
Yeah, that one was like that because you know, we are human beings and staying in Malawi. So when it comes to elections, people are always have that right to choose whom they want.
Yes.
And automatically you are divided. Because some will say, I want Jack, some will say, I want Mayor.
Yes.
So we went there, we were about 5. Of course, when I say 5, I mean those who scored better.
I know.
But we had some who had 1, 2.
I know, but the real contest was between
2.
Between 2.
Yes. Why they said 2? Because people thought maybe it would be this one, maybe it would be this one.
But some people also thought that Party X wanted Reverend Nyondo and the Party X wanted the other candidate.
Yeah, they are not wrong.
Yeah.
Because, as I said, we are living amidst people.
Yes.
We couldn't say this party was wrong or this party was right. We were also hearing this to say, this party wants you, this party wants you. So like me personally, I had to say, they have the right to do what they want, provided they are Christians.
Which party wanted you?
I hear. I don't have any proof.
Yes.
Because even one journalist asked me this question. I said, some people said it was PP which wanted me.
Yes.
Some people said no, it was not PP, it was the Freedom Party.
Yes.
Some said it was MCP.
Yes.
But to my surprise, even some from DPP, they wanted me. So
But
maybe they were looking for numbers. I
But
don't
by
know.
and large, people felt that DPP didn't want you.
Yeah, this is what I got also.
Did you get that feeling that probably DPP did not want you to become the General Secretary?
To say the truth, no, because of this reason. As I told you, I've been the General Secretary for more than 10 years.
Yes.
The first election of selecting me to be a moderator, as I told you earlier on, was done in absentia.
Yes.
But since that, I've been seeing, from 2004 when we were at Livingstonia, still we could see some parties supporting me, some supporting my colleagues.
Yes.
So it is like a tradition.
Yeah.
So yes, you could, if you have psychologically you are okay here, you can know that I think this party does not want it.
Exactly. I struggle to come to terms with this. I'll ask that question later, but for now, I want us to stick to your election as General Secretary.
Yes.
And how life was after that. Because after such a divisive election, it has also the potential of dividing the church in a way.
It did, but I praise God. As of now, I think the GSC we had at Kwendeni finished everything. GSC means General Administrative Committee.
What was it like?
It now came up with new policies.
Okay.
For example, as I'm speaking now, you cannot be General Secretary 3 times. No.
2 times.
Now we have new rules now.
Okay.
Second,
Previously, you could be.
yes, you, or even 5 times.
As much as people want you.
Muzembe.
As much as people
Muzembe,
want you.
yes, Muzembe was here more than 4 times.
My goodness.
But this time, no.
Okay.
Secondly, we have a new policy. You shall not take any church case to any secular court.
Wow.
So this time they have closed doors.
Well, I kind of like that. I kind of like that.
Yes.
Because it's been disgraceful what
Very
the
much,
church has been
very
doing
much,
lately.
because our following church members had to say this. Some were very open. Instead of you fighting to go to paradise, you are fighting for earthly things.
Oh my goodness.
So we are saying, anyway, achera mati mutu kwa kurasule wankonya. So
Here
what should I do?
Here we are. You can punch us.
So even us as leaders, we learned something from that.
Yes.
Yes.
Third song, before we get into the murky waters of politics, what is the third song going to be?
Bethsaida
Bethsaida.
of Qatar.
Yesu,
Some people believe that you have got a grudge against the Democratic Progressive Party, DPP. Could that be true?
No. I've also heard that, but maybe the thing which make people think like that is that I vowed when I became an ordained minister to say myself, where the answer is no, I shall never put yes. And if I find something is sinful, I'll never polish it. So those policies for me, if the answer is yes or no, no one can say make it yes. Even the president, no.
Ah, I see.
And because I tell people that, maybe they grade me to say I'm against, but I'm not against. It is my Bible which teaches me to say, if you have been ordained, you are a follower of Jesus Christ, you must be a genuine church member or Christian.
Because you were once arrested, I understand. By the
Yes, I was.
Tell us about that incident.
But you see, that's why I challenge them to say, I'm not against DPP. I was arrested, but I attended the funeral of late Bingu Mutharika.
Tell us about the arrest.
There was a funeral in Rumpi.
Yes.
When the Honorable late Chilambo died.
Yes.
I was given a podium to speak.
Yes.
Maybe I spoke 3 things which annoyed the government. One was that the one who was representing the government that time, the current president, Arthur Peter, someone spoke on behalf of him and said the government of DPP liked this date very much.
Okay.
And I said, no, that was false. Because a reshuffle of ministers happened 2 weeks before that one died, and he was one of the reshuffled people who was reshuffled. He was one of the people who was reshuffled. So why are you saying you liked him when you reshuffled him? I opposed that one. That was the first thing I said at the funeral.
Yes.
No, the government did not like him. They reshuffled him. Yeah. So here you are telling people that you liked him. No, that is, don't terrorize, you are Christians. Second one was I pronounced on behalf of the synod, that time, Joyce Banda, they were not in good terms with the president.
Exactly.
But I said, constitutionally, Joyce Banda, she was attending the funeral, we welcome you very much. And the synod will always be nga with you constitutionally.
Because you are the vice president of this republic.
And I hear that too was not good.
But you're saying the truth,
yes.
wasn't it?
The third one, I said, the synod is crying. We are very unfortunate, we Northerners. We have been crying about quota system because we believe in merit. Now this person has gone who has been helping us to cry about the quota system. So where do we go? Now this I heard, it also was a bad thing for the government. Then they arrested me.
What were the charges?
Seditious.
Ah, seditious statements. I mean, that is very broad, I imagine.
Yes.
So you can always pin anything on that.
Yes. So I slept 3 nights in prison. But still, I didn't have any grudge against DPP because Jesus said, when you carry the cross is not smooth. It has got a zigzag road.
Yes.
So to me, it was nothing.
So you were okay with that?
Yes, that's why when the late president said, no, Reverend Nyondo, he was at Kwendeni, he's my friend. The case must be dropped. The policeman reported it to me. I said, no, he should write and sign. So he wrote, I'm still keeping the letter.
He wrote to you?
Yes, he wrote, it was brought to me by OPC people to say, this case has been closed. I'm still keeping the letter.
You say I'm not getting out of here until I see that.
No, not verbal, no. I want an official report. Now, you see, Moravians, some came to say, because you have been given this letter, you can sue the government. I said, no. Jesus on the cross said, my Father, forgive them. They don't know what they are doing. So I will not do. He is still my president. That's why when he died, people were surprised to see me at Ndata. I was there.
They're like, this man, he was arrested by the same government.
Yes, but I attended the funeral.
There was a relative calm when Dr. Joyce Banda became president.
Yes.
And then the DPP won again, and then everything started all over again.
Yes.
We saw that scuffle at the funeral last time. I mean, there must be something with
At
you and funerals and
oh, at
government.
Chikamayan.
Yes.
Yes, but you know what went wrong there
Yes.
is understanding and respecting each other. Because when we were at St. Andrews, I intimated to say, please, let us make the program of the funeral together.
Yes.
We all agreed. But what I was told that the program has already been made. Now, we respected that to say, okay, no problem. When we arrived at the venue, there stands the master of ceremony to begin the everything. Then I had to stand up courageously and say, no, stop. You are now in the church. Although we are under trees, you have come to attend the funeral of someone who was our church member and a member of Men's Guild. So first of all, what we do as a church is to sing a song, offer a prayer. After that, we will hand over to you. How can you begin the program without singing and praying? So this is where the war began. So we said, no, 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 no. Someone came and grabbed the microphone. I said, okay, we don't want to fight at a funeral.
Yes.
If you say you can conduct the funeral, we will give it to you.
And
Of course, I'm glad they apologized.
Did they now?
Yes, in public there. To say, okay, we have made a mistake, can you continue? I said, okay. Jesus, I quoted the same Jesus at the cross. Forgive them. So we are forgiving you. We are going to proceed. So that tug of war,
Yeah.
reason, as I told you, I believe in truth. And I don't believe in someone making mistake because of his status. No. I'll follow what Jesus says.
But isn't it surprising that this truth is only coming up whenever it's the DPP government leading? And when Dr. Joyce Banda was leading for almost 2 years, this truth thing never came
Maybe the PP were able to follow what we want, what we like.
up. You think so?
I think so. If you can go to say, but there, I'm always, if you can ask the former president, Joyce Banda,
Yes.
I've ever told her to say, this is not good, this is not good, this is bad.
You
She
have.
was able to follow.
You have.
But if someone does, because she's a believer, she knows the Bible. But if someone comes and would like to underrate the church, because I'm a custodian of CCP, I'm there to defend the church, to make, we are the light of the world. Where there's darkness, we have to shine. So I cannot allow darkness to override light. Then I've failed as a follower of Jesus Christ.
Would someone be wrong to say you are too involved in party politics for a church minister? One would say, stick to the church, preach the word of God, and that's it.
You know, there's a word in theology we call exegesis. It will depend how someone interprets the Bible.
Okay.
I will tell you, if you want to have a harvest, you cannot be closed in a room praying, your friends are captivating, and you think your uncle or granary will be full. It must be prayer and action. So as a church leader, you cannot just because I'm a church leader, let things go bad because people will misinterpret me. No, then you have failed. As a church leader, make sure that wherever you are, whether in the bus, whether at a political rally, you must be a representative of Jesus Christ.
But some people would say you are a politician masked under the cloak of a church minister.
Yeah, but you see, as a leader, there are 10 skills of leadership. We are being always taught to say, when you are a leader and you receive a lot of comments, praise God. Because those comments will help you even to shape you how now you can approach people. You see, when you are a leader, don't expect everyone to be clapping hands. Some will say, no, this one's like this one like this. Accept that because you are a leader. But don't backslide. Go forward with those comments. At the end of the day, you put all those comments on the table and see, are these helping? Because, yes, I must admit, sometimes readers make mistakes. I can also make mistakes.
Yes, they do.
Out of comments, you have to learn something. But go ahead. Don't go backward.
But are you not afraid that this kind of involvement in politics can somehow divide the church in the end? Because there's some people who don't really like that.
What, especially CCP Synod of Sonia.
Yeah.
When I do these things, I'll make sure that our light, our evangelism mobilization, go forward. I have advisors who sit with me to say, no, there you didn't go. You know, if you have got a parish, a congregation, you are a good minister, you must listen to advisors.
Yes.
If you say you know everything, you will fall up.
Yeah.
Comments can come. You know, some comments are very dangerous. They can come in order to make you be a puppet of sin. But you have to be attentive to listen to them. But I tell you, what we are doing is right for our Christians and the church.
Should Christians be involved in politics?
Yes and no.
Should ministers be involved in politics?
Yes. But it depends on the methodology you are applying.
Can you explain that?
For example, if I'm in a church, I'm a parish minister. I see that, like this time, we are heading towards elections.
Yes.
I see that some shadow ministers are doing their job, but those jobs are done corruptively. As a minister, if really I'm an ordained minister, I'll correct them to say, no, 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 no. The things you are doing now, in order to
gain votes.
To gain votes, this is bad method. This is good method. I'll do that as a politician. But that's not bad. It's biblical. You know, one time Jesus said, Zakwa Kaisara, do you know the meaning of that one?
No.
What he meant is this. If you are at a funeral, behave wisely. The way you speak, speak as if you are at a funeral. If you are at a rally done by politicians, and you are a minister, a bishop, act as if you are a politician to suit them and correct them. When you are in Rome, do as Romans do.
Yes.
In order to achieve your objectives. Sungango kukara pa pupi utiai, ndipembera mbuye, amena kubandalama aziba. No, speak out so that they should hear that stealing is bad. Tell them. Don't fear.
But people say, just go and join politics.
No, but
become a politician, a full-fledged
Jesus
politician.
Christ, as I told you, if you analyze to say, who is a politician?
Yeah.
I'm also a politician, spiritually and physically.
Was Jesus a politician?
Yes.
Jesus Christ?
Yes, he was
of Nazareth.
He was a politician because he could be able to say, Ayuda munali kuchita chakuti. My Roman government munali kuchita. By speaking that, he was partly a politician.
No. What we know about Jesus was he was busy healing the sick and raising the dead and
giving them food.
Yeah.
So when you give them food, to say this is food, is that not politics? When our current president brings a roll with bags of maize, giving to the needy, and Jesus did the same, is that not politics? So it is the way you interpret the Bible. You know, people have got that theory to say, because you are a pastor, your steps,
yes,
the way you speak,
exactly,
must be pietistic.
That's what we expect.
That is wrong interpretation. When you are a Christian, you must be joyful, courageous, speak to people. If you see a politician there, tell him what you are doing there is bad. If you see a minister there, your fellow bishop, tell him or her that is bad. You must act holistically, affecting all areas. Well, and that is our role. Some of us who have vowed to do that until we die.
That's our guest today in Cruise 5, Reverend Njombole, Dr. Njombole Nyondo. Did you know that name, actually? I just learned about it today from Ifumbo in Chitipa, our fourth song.
Fourth song?
Yes.
If all can go well.
Yes.
We like this lady, Nundwe.
Yes.
Maria Nundwe.
Amazing singer. Let's see if we can find something for Maria Nundwe in Cruise 5 today.
April 2018, you caused an uproar up north when you were the guest of honor at a PAWEMI headquarters, and you said, oh no, you the Ngonis, you're marrying, you're drinking and whatnot, and my goodness, that didn't go well with the chiefs. That said,
yes.
Let us be. Tell us about that incident.
That incident, only that the media did not take it properly. It began at the Kror,
Okay.
what we call Shivaya,
Yes.
where one of Ngoni leaders stood up and blamed the clergy for the bad approach to the Ngonis. But we didn't respond. We had to give respect. And up to now, we give them great respect. Now, when we came to the venue, the function was near to begin.
Yeah.
As a leader of word and sacrament,
Yeah.
I couldn't leave it without commenting. So before the moderator played, I had to correct the situation. to say for us as CCP Synod of Estonia, beer, drunkenness, polygamy, we don't accept. Although in Malawi, it's legal. You can take 3, 4 wives,
Yes.
but not at the church. So therefore, I'm telling you, if you are going to do this, to practice this, we will implement our discipline values, our discipline rules. It means you are going to be suspended in the name of Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. And that was final. Because when I speak that on behalf of the Synod, it is final. Although they were saying, can he come and preach? No, when I speak, I don't speak as Reverend Nyondo. I'm speaking on behalf of the entire Synod and on behalf of Jesus. So if you want appeal to Jesus, but not to me.
But it's my understanding that the Synod signed a memorandum of understanding.
There's no memorandum. I can challenge even you today. Can someone bring it on my table?
There's no memorandum of understanding.
But I've read all of the books. But what I know is that when they visited the crore of the Incos Yamakos, they discuss about this. They exchange gifts to say now you can do A, B, C, D. But there's no written document to say this is no. How can you write a memorandum of understanding accepting sins? No, no way.
But don't you think you were being insensitive to the cultural values and beliefs of the people?
You know, Christianity, whether that culture is good to someone, if you want to be a genuine Christian, that is sin. Sin is sin. You don't polish it.
Did you apologize to the
No,
Holy Church?
I'll never apologize in the eyes of God.
You would not apologize?
No, that would be failing.
So you still stand by what you said?
What I said is permanent until I die. See, you know, if you polish sin, then you have failed as a Christian. But my plea is for them to confess and transform and become believers.
How was that resolved then? How was the situation resolved?
It's up to them. Up to now, I told them to be transformed and become believers. But not apologizing. No. This I will never do until I die.
They said, we'll close your churches here.
No one can close the church because this land, including the Ngoni land, Sanje to Chitipa, is for God. We are all servants, stewards. The Ngonis, the pastors, the bishops, even Peter, this is not his land. He is a steward. We are stewards. The owner is God.
Are you not afraid that you're putting on a collision path between the church and the culture, and the Ngoni culture?
When you are carrying the cross and you bring fear, then you have failed.
But then, when you look at, I know there's always an argument between the Old Testament and the New Testament, and there are some practices in the Old Testament that some people bring up to justify what the Ngoni culture does.
No.
Polygamy is there in the Bible.
No.
Drinking is there in the Bible.
That is a misinterpretation. You know, if Abraham had 2 wives, if some people were drinking, they too were human beings like them. That's why Jesus came. Because if you tell, no, in the Bible, some people had 2 wives, then I have, no, we don't do that.
But there are valiant men of God. Some of them were even blessed beyond measure.
No, even blessing, I challenge them to say, how do you know that they were, did you go to heaven and come back to say he was blessed? For us, we are saying, sin is sin. No matter it pains, accept or not accept, judgment will be yours.
Reverend Dr. Chimwemwe Muhango.
Yes.
The Synod sent him to the Central Region, and then he formed his own church. That wasn't the plan.
We wish him all the best.
That wasn't the plan.
Yes.
Yeah, but there was some scuffle between him and the church. Tell us about that. What exactly went on?
The main thing that, you know, when you are from college,
Yes.
there's a formula we sign to say, I'll go wherever you send me.
Yes.
And he did that.
Yes.
So when he was sent out to Eutini, first he was sent out to Kwendeni, he refused. Eutini, he refused. Then the church had to suspend or depose him.
Some people felt that the church had a personal grudge with him.
No, that's why I told you at first, don't listen to comments. Comments always come depending whom they like, whom they don't like. So when we do that, always when the church acts, we are always aware of the comments which will come, and a good leader will be deaf, provided the work go.
But your church, I mean the Livingstonia Synod, suffered greatly from that backlash about
We have
what it
never
was doing.
suffered. Suffered in what terms? We have never suffered.
People felt that you were persecuting him.
No, no, no. Genuine people, genuine Christians, they cannot comment those. Only those who are not believers can comment like that. But those who know the church government, or what we call practice and procedure of CCP, will say, I think he deserves. Because he was given all the chances to repent and come back. But we also respect his rights. He has the right to do that. So we wish him all the best. But the church will continue.
So now, where do you stand with him? You say you made
no,
your peace.
it's another. I cannot be speaking about him because our Malawi rules avoids that, because now he is a pastor of a registered church.
Yes.
So I cannot be speaking about him. He can sue me to say, why my church, you are speaking about my church. That time before he opened his own church, yes.
Yes.
But this time,
because he was still
yes,
a member of
but
the
this
church.
time he's not our member, so he's my friend. He's my relative.
Oh,
We
is
have
he?
married from the same, yes.
Oh, really?
Yes, so we do speak. We do chat.
But not on matters of the church now.
No, Ariasama Peter Kwak. He goes to his own church.
You know how to avoid brab.
But he's my friend. Even if you phone him, you say, no, Reverend Njombole is my father.
The idea of the church being barred from taking their cases to secular courts,
Yes.
would you say that's progressive thinking?
Yes, very much, because now we have been taught to say, unless the church high court fails, you are free to appeal to the secular.
Okay.
Which means if the CCP General Assembly fails, then you can go take it to somewhere. But not these simple things, court.
Court,
No.
yeah.
We are making our Christians feel very sad.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you think it will bring more stability in the church?
Yes.
Well, we have to wind up a few quick questions about how you kill time. I mean, I presume you must be a very busy man. You always have, even now as we are talking, you are rushing to another meeting.
Yes.
Do you ever find time to yourself?
Very rare, because I'm too busy.
Yeah.
You know, our synod has got 31 presbyteries.
Yes.
From Chitipa to Cape Makrie, Harare to Brawayo, Johannesburg. Next month I'm going to Johannesburg.
Wow.
Then Johannesburg to Cape Town.
Wow.
So, yes, I'm a busy person, but you know, when I was a teacher, planning is the first thing.
That's true.
You have to plan, otherwise you will be exhausted.
Yes.
I have also my own private primary school,
Yeah.
which I run.
Oh, really?
Yes, 1 to 8,
Oh,
about
really?
800 learners.
Where is it?
Here in Mzuzu. It is
Oh,
called
really?
the Kileni Private School. It belongs to me.
What is it called?
Kileni.
Kileni.
Yes,
Ah, I see.
yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it's where my wife is the director there.
Ah, I see.
Yes.
So you still married that lady from Ruthi?
I married her. She too was a teacher by profession.
So I said, my friend, you know, this is what we do. Let's
She has
do
got
this.
a master's degree in theology.
Wow.
So she's the director there.
Okay.
Yes, we just came back last week. We were in Scotland for 5 weeks.
Wow.
I was speaking in different places.
Yes.
So, yes, I'm a very busy, very busy.
I can imagine. Children, do you have any?
5?
Yes.
You know, as pastors, we were told not to have many. Yeah, so
We
we
still
have
have the
got
others.
5. So one of the twins is also a primary school teacher at my school.
Anybody following your footsteps to become a...
Not yet. The last born is studying master's degree in Edinburgh.
Okay.
So, because this is a calling,
Yeah.
maybe they don't see anything.
Well, it is a calling. I mean, you want to do it. You don't just say,
Yeah,
let me go to
so-
school and study this.
We have 5. We have 8 grandchildren.
Wow. Quite a
I'm
big
now
family.
62.
Quite a big family you have.
Yes.
What do you like to do? You like watching movies? Do you watch soccer or play soccer or anything like that?
I used to pray when I was at primary school.
Okay.
We used to run,
Yeah.
but now...
Long distance those days?
Yes.
Were you a sprinter or long
No,
distance?
100 meters.
My goodness.
I used to do that up to
Okay.
Muzuzu here.
Yeah.
And this time, yes, TV, yes, especially the Nigerian
Yes.
games, I like them.
Yes, yes.
Because they can remind you our culture.
Yes.
Our culture is very important.
As we wind up, I've got a set of questions which I would like you to answer to by just saying yes or no.
Oh, no, yes.
Yes. So the first one, which you won't have to answer yes or no to, is I want you to tell me your full name. So tell us your full name.
My full name is Reverend Dr. Levi Njombole Nyondo.
Do you have any tattoos?
No,
Do you have any piercings?
no,
Do you have children?
yes,
Have you ever shot a gun?
no,
Have you cried over someone?
yes.
Have you fallen in love before?
Yes, with my wife Ruth,
Have you killed a chicken before?
many times.
Have you gotten into a fight before?
Yes, when I was at primary school and secondary school teasing some people when I was in Form 2, yes.
In your old sinful days,
Yes,
have you gotten any surgeries?
yes, I had one.
Have you ever been hospitalized?
Yes, I'm diabetic now.
Have you donated blood?
Yes,
Have you ever smoked weed?
no,
Would you smoke weed?
no,
Have you ever drunk alcohol?
no,
Would you drink alcohol?
no.
Have you broken someone's heart?
That is a psychological question. Maybe the owners know, but I cannot know.
Do you have political ambitions?
No.
Have you ever had a crush on someone?
So many times.
So many times, and we'll leave it there. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Yes, to your